Hello my beautiful butterflies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Beverley and it's so lovely to see you today. And this is Twig. Say hello. In today's video I'm celebrating my 47th birthday, and to do so I am starting a tag. This is the butterfly book tag, so grab that cup of tea, let's get to it. Oh my goodness, I'm so nervous, I really am. I even chose blue clothes today because I needed calm, in control. Business suits are always blue, aren't they? It always makes me feel like you're in control, you feel good. And I don't have a lot of self-confidence or a lot of self-assuredness, and this is my year. I have promised myself that by next year I'm going to feel a lot more confident and self-assured, and this is my first step. Today I am launching the butterfly book tag, and this is a tag all about witchcraft books, so I'm really hopeful that people are going to take it and run with it. So if you are a witchcraft creator anywhere you want to answer these questions, definitely tag me, and all my social media is linked down below. Let's get to the questions. I'm going to be 47 this year, on Sunday actually, which is the 16th of March, so I thought I would do 7 questions. So the question 1 is, what speciality within witchcraft draws you to buying a book the most? I think this is very telling about your witchcraft, and it's something that I learned quite early on, was the things that I naturally am drawn to are the things that are really going to pull me in. And when it comes to witchcraft books, I love anything to do with tarot. I love anything about glamour magic, manifestation and art magic. Things that are going to really help me to play around with the energy around me, play around with what's going on in the universe. And I'm a Pisces, that's what we love to do. We love to just play around and manifest and bring the good vibes. So those are the things that I definitely look for when I'm looking for a new witchcraft book. Question number 2. Which book in your collection do you refer to daily? And for this I have 2 books right here. So the first one is A Year and a Day of Everyday Magic, Witchify Your Life with a Daily Dose of Magic by Deborah Blake. And the other one is Daily Magic, Spells and Rituals for Making the Whole Year Magical by Judith Isles. I read these out every day. I light my candles for my gods and goddesses. I light the candle for my ancestors. And then I read to them from that day. So every day I read from these books. I just really like to know the saints, the energies, all of that kind of thing of the day, and these are great for that. I will leave links to more information for all of these books down below. Question number 3. Which non-witchcraft book has inspired your practice? And for me this is a surprising book, because I bought this book and I don't know what made me buy it. Probably the front cover and the title. But I'll be honest, I've never been a poetry fan. And then I found this book. It has a beautiful owl on the front. It's like a night sky with loads of stars in the sky. And it's called The Lost Spells by Robert McFarlane and Jackie Morris. And it's all about different animals in nature. So there's a picture of an animal and then a little verse about the animal or about the energy of that animal. And it really inspired me a lot. It really got me thinking about the magic of words and poetry. Before I read this, I was really not into the whole I'm doing a spell or a ritual so everything has to rhyme. I really felt like that was more in books and wasn't reality. My words can just be my words, they don't have to rhyme. This book changed everything, because I was like, wow, it really takes in the power of it. So I really found it inspiring. I'm going to read you a bit. This one is about a badger, which is one of my favourite animals. Each and every excavation doubles up my irritation, expedites deforestation, save us all some enervation, undertake a transformation, quit your tunnelling fixation, remedy the situation, get yourself some ear protection, for I abhor procrastination, must perfect my perforations, put my skull in oscillation, sending out my good vibrations all throughout our forest nations. And I thought that was really lovely with a little watercolour of a badger. And there are loads in here, like little foxies and things. So I really found this book really inspiring, and it just got me into poetry in a way that I'd never really found interesting before. I'd never really been into poetry, and I really like it now. In fact, I did an art spell not too long back, and I wrote some poetry for that. I'll leave a link to that video down below because I really enjoyed that. So yeah. Question number 4. Who is your favourite witch author and why? Does anybody recognise these books? I bet you do. The Witch of the Forest is my favourite. I absolutely love Lindsay Squire and her books. They're beautifully illustrated, and I find the information easier to digest because of the illustrations, because of being able to just look around. There's so much bite-sized information in the books. They're easy to hold, easy to flick through, and I find myself really enjoying them. I need to read the new one, which is Folklore Magic, and I also need to read Astrology Magic, which I got not too long back. But I literally use the Tarot Magic book every single time I do tarot reading because I struggle to remember the meanings of the cards because of cognition issues to do with my disabilities. So I really enjoy just being able to flick through it, and it's easy to follow, small bite-sized information. Absolutely love. She can keep doing books on different topics forever. Question 5. If you were offered a chance to write a witchcraft book, what would it be about? And for me, it would probably be about disability and witchcraft. Not in an informational way. I don't know how to put it. I think I'd talk about how there is so much magic that doesn't involve anything. Like, you don't need any tools to do, like manifestation. Glamour magic isn't just about sex and seduction. It can be about, like, I charge all my makeup for confidence. Glamour magic, manifestation, I find so interesting and so cool because you're doing the magic, not herbs and things. Like, I don't need to get loads of things out. It doesn't take a lot of energy, and I can literally do it every night when I'm going to bed, which I do. When I'm going to bed at night, I often think about the things that I want to happen in my life and the goals that I have, and I take like 10 minutes to just kind of drop into that meditation state and to manifest the things that I want to happen in my life. And I think if I was to write a book, I would write about that, about how magic doesn't have to be inaccessible. It can be very accessible. I make my magic as accessible as possible, and I very rarely pull out charm bags. I do have charm bags and things around the house, but I very rarely do physical spells. It's mostly in my brain. But yeah, it'd probably be about that, if that made any sense. Probably not. Question number 6 is to show 3 books from your to be read pile. Here we have them. So the first one is Talking to the Dead, Kate and Maggie Fox, and the Rise of Spiritualism by Barbara Weisberg. This was a thrifted book, but I just thought it was so interesting that these 2 women were the ones that started the whole movement in Victorian England, and people became absolutely obsessed with going to seances and all of that kind of thing because of these 2 young women. So I'm really excited to read more about them. And then I have a book called The Words of the Witch, Writing and Speaking Your Magic by Ember Grant. Isn't this absolutely stunning? This is the sort of magic that I talk about a lot, and which comes from that book, the Lost Spells book that I was talking about, the poetry book. this kind of magic is what I love, that you can write down spells. You just need a piece of paper and a pen, and you can do these amazing rituals and spells that are so powerful, and they don't cost the earth. And so I'm really excited to read this book. This will be coming up soon as a review on the channel as well, so make sure you're subscribed because I do book reviews every month. And then lastly, I'm so excited for this. This is The Witch's Wardrobe, Sew Your Own Witch Core Wear by Rachel Henderson. She's another one of my favourite authors, and this is all about making your own capes and witchy clothes so that you can feel as witchy as possible, and I'm so excited to read it. She did another one called So Witchy, and I want to get that as well, but it's a really nice book. It's lovely. Then number 7 is tag 3 people to keep it going, and I am going to be tagging Pagan Crafting, The Wild Witch, and JuJu Thyme. So those 3 people are tagged, but also anybody who watches this video and thinks it's a fun tag, go ahead, go have at it, have fun. Make sure you tag me. All the questions are down below, so you can write it in a blog post, you can write it on your social media account, do whatever. Go wild, people, have fun. And I really look forward to seeing all your answers to the questions. I want to send a huge thank you to all my Patreons and everybody who's ever followed me over on Ko-fi. I do everything I can to show how grateful I am, and I really am just so thankful to all of you, because you definitely kept me going here on this channel, and you wanting to support me on those platforms has given me so much confidence and really helped me so much. So thank you so much. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave it a cheeky like, a comment, hit that subscribe button, all those magical free things that help me to know and the YouTuberverse to know that you enjoyed this video, and it will spread it out just that little bit more. I hope you all have a wonderful magical week. I know I will, because it's my birthday week. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.